Thank you for being a friend. Travel down a road.
Hello everybody. I want to wish you and your family a very happy and healthy Thanksgiving. I hope you enjoy it with your loved ones. And I am going to prepare a turkey right now. This is the way I prepare it. There are all different ways to do it, but this way I feel this really comes out really moist, really delicious. So let me show you what I do first. I have 1 stick of softened butter right here. Okay, so take it out about an hour ahead of time and just put it into a bowl just like this. And then we are going to put some herbs. We're going to put in some sage leaves. Sage is really, really good in poultry. So I'm going to have about 1 tablespoon's worth of fresh sage. Okay, so probably about 6 to 7 of the leaves. The same with the fresh rosemary. I want about a tablespoon of the fresh rosemary. Rosemary with citrus in turkey, chicken, duck, always very good. So I am just taking off this fresh rosemary and put that on the cutting board right here. Then we're going to chop this all up, all the different herbs. That is good. And then some fresh thyme, the same, about a tablespoon. The thyme, just take it just like this and just get all those leaves right off. Just drop it right there. And do that with a couple of the branches. Has a lemony scent, a little earthy, but really, really good. Okay, perfect. I am going to take all these herbs together and I am going to cut them really small, and then I'm going to add them to our softened butter. And then we will put in some kosher salt and some black pepper. Okay, just put that right on top of that butter right there. Just a good pinch of the kosher salt. And some fresh ground black pepper. And now take a spoon, a fork, something just to mix it. I have the gloves, so I could just take the gloves and just kind of mash that around really, really well. And there's so much flavor in here, and it will give the bird a lot of flavor as well. Okay, let's leave that on the side for right now and start talking about the turkey. The turkey, always defrost it in the refrigerator, very, very important. It's about 24 hours for about 5 pounds of meat. But I always, if I'm buying a 20-pound turkey, I try to give it that extra day just in case it's still frozen inside. Take the turkey out of the refrigerator about an hour before you are going to cook it. Okay? There's always the question, do you wash the turkey or don't you? Either way would be fine. But if you do wash the turkey and you have it by the sink and there's all utensils, things like that, you must clean everything down really good and sanitize it really properly, because what will happen is bacteria will grow on it. You can get sick. Okay? If you don't wash it, the heat from the temperature in the oven, it will actually kill all the bacteria that was on there. So you can do it either way that you like to do it. Okay? I have a 12-pound turkey here. Now, fresh is always best. That's the way I believe. A few of the really good brands that I recommend is the Bell & Evans fresh one. Also, Murray's has a really good fresh turkey. And then Empire also is very, very good. Fresh, not the frozen one. Okay? So let me just show you some tricks with the turkey. Okay, you're always going to take the neck out. You are going to take the giblets out. Now, if you're going to use them for gravy, you can just keep them in the roasting pan with the turkey. If you're not going to make your own gravy, you can just toss them. But everybody is different, whether if they want to toss them or make their own gravy. This little piece of plastic in here, we can get rid of that. And then I just want to cut any excess fat along here off. Okay. I want to put it into a roasting pan. It could be a disposable one, or you just need something that's a little bit deep, okay? So something with a little depth to it. See this? Okay. By putting it on like a little wire rack, you are going to get the air to circulate under it and get it crisp all over. So really, really important. One of the best ways to make a turkey really, really moist is to brine it. If you brine it, make sure you put it in it for the solution for 24 hours, but you must keep it cold. So if you don't have room in the refrigerator, what you need to do is brine it in a lot of water and then put a lot of ice in there, because you do want to keep the turkey at least 38 degrees or lower. Okay. So I am going to take some of this butter mixture here. I am going to lift this skin right under here. I'm going to kind of just take this away from the turkey a bit. Just like that. I want to get to the breast. And then I'm going to take some of this butter and I am going to rub it all over the breast and go as far down as you possibly can. You will have some left, but you will be using it later on. Okay. This will flavor it greatly. All those fresh herbs, really, really good. Okay. And then you can even lift the skin from over here and put some of that butter right in there. And that's just gonna, those herbs and butter is gonna go right into the meat. Okay. Okay, I'm just gonna change these gloves. Put that inside there. Now one of the things you want to do, put some herbs and vegetables inside the turkey. So I'm just going to make a little plate of it right now. So we're going to come over here. I'm going to take one full onion. I am making about a 12-pound turkey. Okay. So I'm going to take some onion. I want to peel it. And then I am going to give it a rough chop. Just like that. Okay. And then do the other part of the onion. Leave that. I'm going to take an apple. Any apple that you like is fine. Whether it's a Granny Smith, whether it's a Honeycrisp, a Fuji, anything you like. The Galas, they all work. Just cut it into quarters. And this throws off such a nice essence inside. It's really, really good. And then I'm just going to cut this lemon in half here. I have my kosher salt, my black pepper, and then I'm also going to take some more of the herbs. Going to take some of the fresh thyme again. So we're going to go through a lot of thyme, a lot of sage, and a lot of rosemary. Always make sure that you get it a couple days in advance at the supermarket, just because gets close to that day, they could be out of it, and you really do want the fresh herbs for this. Now, one of the questions is always, does the pop-up timers work? And the answer for the pop-up timers is no. They are actually kind of trained to pop at 180 to 185 degrees. And that usually means that your turkey is overcooked. You want to cook your turkey to 160 and then let it rest for about 20 to 30 minutes. After you let it rest for 20 to 30 minutes, you are going to, I'm just going to get some of the sage leaves now while I am talking about it. Let it rest and it will keep cooking and it will finish off at the 165. Big question I get all the time is pink turkey okay? Or pink chicken? And the answer is yes, as long as it is cooked through to the 165 in the thigh, all the way in as far as you can get it without touching the bone. Then it does mean that it is cooked all the way through. Sometimes the salt that goes into turkeys or chickens can keep it and give it a little pinkish hint to it. Okay, so I'm done with my sage and my thyme, and now I'm going to take some fresh rosemary and just take them right off here too. And now I am going to give them a nice chop as well. And now the inside of the turkey, what I want to do is really get a lot of kosher salt and black pepper inside of it. Okay. So if you are holding the turkey, bare hands, keep washing those hands. Make sure you don't grab the kitchen sink faucet and then touch anything else. If you have the gloves, they're perfect for it. Okay, I want to get any of this excess juice out of here. Okay. Okay, perfect. I'm going to put it in this roasting pan. I have about, it's a little over 12 pounds, this turkey. So I am just going to tilt the turkey and then literally put a lot of kosher salt in there. Okay, you really want to get it all over the cavity inside of the turkey. And you can kind of sprinkle it all around in there. Okay. Since it can be a little hard to take a fresh ground pepper shaker and get it inside the turkey without getting it all over the black pepper, what I like to do is actually just season my apples, my lemons, my herbs just on here, and that way it will get into your turkey. So pull a few herbs, a little onion, a little apple, and just keep stuffing it in there. You might not use it all, but it will be close. Okay. And we're just going to fill this up really, really well. Put that lemon up in there. You're going to preheat the oven at 325 and continue roasting this until it's 160. I'm going to put aluminum foil on it for the first part of cooking, for the first half of it, and then after that I'm going to take it away, because if you don't put aluminum foil over the breast like this here, this breast is going to get really dry. Okay, get some of those herbs in there, up under the skin. Okay. At this point, you could take this softened butter right here, and you could put it in the microwave and just kind of drizzle it all over it. But this is really, really soft. So what I'm going to actually do is just take the remaining butter and just kind of pack it all over the legs the breast, the wings, everywhere. This will give it a nice golden color to it, give it a lot of flavor. Okay, so we have everything on here. Now what I want to do is take the wings and tuck it under the turkey, just like that. Perfect. Okay. So our oven is preheating to 325. I want to cover the turkey on the breast, just like that, for half of the cooking time. This is a 12-pound turkey. You want to cook it about 13 to 15 minutes per pound. Okay? You should never put water in the bottom of the pan like this right here. It's like here. Because what it will do is it will steam burn it. Okay? And it actually overcooks the turkey and you will have a very dry turkey. So never put water in the pan. You are going to have so many drippings coming from the turkey. The only time that it will not work is if you stuff the turkey, because all of the liquid will go into the stuffing. It will absorb all the moisture. Don't put water. If you have to put anything later on, put some of the broth in there. Okay, a chicken broth, a turkey broth, anything like that, and that will make it nice and moist and will create a really nice gravy for you. Okay, basting a turkey, never baste the turkey. Okay, we grew up basting turkeys, but every time you open and close the oven door, you are making 325 go to about 250 and then back up to 325, back to 250. That will cause it to dry out. So it does more harm. By having the butter on here, protecting the breast just like this, for half of the cooking, and then you finish it off golden brown without the aluminum foil, will create a really good moist turkey. Remember, fresh is always best. Okay, the turkey, once it's cooked, you can leave it in the refrigerator for 3 to 4 days. Okay, and that would be it. 3 to 4 days of cooked turkey. Make sure as soon as you're done with dinner, get it in there, get it nice and cold, okay? Don't put a lid on the container right away, because what happens is the turkey stays warm and then it really takes a long time for it to come down to 38 degrees or below. So, and then you only have it for about 2 days to eat at the most, okay? And you don't want to get sick. So we're going to get this into our oven right now. And I typically do about 1.5 pounds per person. Okay, that's my guideline of, because you have so many side dishes on Thanksgiving Day. So 1.5 pounds per person. Let's put this in the oven and we'll see how it comes out. Hopefully nice and golden brown. I think it will. So this beautiful fresh turkey is finished. I let it rest for about 30 minutes and then you can start carving it. So that way it seals in all the juices, all the flavor. Look how nice and crisp it gets it. Always make sure you keep aluminum foil on there until you're ready to serve it. That way it keeps the heat inside, but it doesn't overcook. So everybody have a wonderful and happy, healthy Thanksgiving, and hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.
And